Greetings YouTube, and welcome to a video that I just can't believe I'm having to make. In the last hour, have had my phone blow up with this Kabam Mic forum post, and it is so unbelievable to me because the whole issue of this problem stems from Kabam letting summoners help them and then return. I guess it kind of is like an analogy to being asked to volunteer at a store, like maybe around the holidays because somebody needs help, and then when you volunteer in the store, you find that you have open access to the cash register. And so while you're volunteering at the store to help the owner, you're also raiding that cash register and taking what amounts to be about $45,000 in one case of money, and then using it, of course, not only on items in the game, but also, hey, to benefit everybody in your alliance. This is just unbelievable to me. I don't think I'm smart enough to know, even if I was added to this beta, how this kind of thing occurs, but certainly there are people who live to exploit glitches in the game. We have seen this time and time again. But this has the ultimate price tag, the ultimate cost. This isn't something that Kabam's just like, hey, here's a 2-week ban, and we're taking back the items. This is the first ever permanent ban that I've seen with this kind of thing, and it really, really is sad because it includes an unnamed member of the content creators program, and while I have been told a few theories, I have not had anything confirmed, and as a journalist, I do not put out names until identities are confirmed. And even if the identity is confirmed, if this is a content creator, that means they have their own YouTube channel, and it is not for me to speak for them. So anyone who wants me to talk about a specific individual, you might as well click away from this video, because I am not going to do that. That is not ethical. That is not nice, and I'll not be doing that. But let's discuss what actually happened, because this is truly crazy. As many of you are aware, we recently added a small group of summoners into a live beta to help us test our potential releases for our 19.0.1 hotfix release. So you're only helping to make sure your iPhone doesn't get basically overheated to the point of exploding, or at least losing its $1,000 value. We are very appreciative of the efforts that they went through to assist us with this hot fix. Now, also I want to point out, this was Kabam saying, hey, who out there wants to risk their phone and the value of their phone with no legal liability for us in order for us to fix our game, which to me still is shady as hell. But let's move on. Unfortunately, users that were on this beta build were put into a situation where it became very easy to abuse test functionality in order to gain free units. Again, I have no idea what that means. I can't imagine what that means, but apparently it happened a lot. A small handful of players discovered this and chose to exploit this in order to gain an unfair advantage in the contest. Now, what does it mean by unfair advantage? Well, let's read on, shall we? We have identified all summoners that benefited from this exploit and will be taking action to remove all of the items that were purchased from their accounts. This includes all resources purchased or anything awarded from crystals purchased. This includes new champions, signature levels, crystal shards, etc. Everything. But here is where it gets truly significant. Some players excessively abuse this exploit in a way that we cannot abide, gaining themselves upwards of $45,000 in in-game resources and items. These summoners will have their accounts permanently banned. Some of these summoners also use this opportunity to send their alliance mates large numbers of gifted crystals and items. We will be taking those items back as well. In the spirit of full transparency, it's about damn time they have a spirit of full transparency. We also regret to inform you that a member of our content creators program that was one of the summoners that excessively abused this exploit, we want you to know that not only will they be removed from the content creators program, but they will be given a permanent in-game ban. It's very important to us that we let you all know that our content creators do not receive any free in-game items except for preview purposes, which are later removed, and apparently they also get, mailed items with those gift boxes, nor do they receive special treatment from us. Well, maybe this is why they didn't let me be a content creator, because I still kind of call them out for shady BS, and let's be honest, it happens every month. Thank you for your attention, summoners. That's a weird thing to say. We will not be able to answer many questions on this topic. Because of course, in the spirit of full transparency, we will not answer questions on this topic to provide full transparency. My God, that's ironic. As we cannot comment further on actions taken on the accounts of others, we don't have to name specific accounts, but you can answer general questions to avoid this issue in the future, Kabam. That's just smart PR 101, which I still think you need to take a couple classes on. So wow. We have people, a handful of people given, that not only are going to have all these items taken away, but they're going to be permanently banned from the game. So let's just paint this picture for you. People volunteered to give up the chance that their phones could overheat and even die and permanently damage batteries, which could be hundreds, if not about $1,000 worth of equipment loss, in order to save Kabam from a PR nightmare. These people found an exploit, used it, abused it, and now, for essentially volunteering to help Kabam, they are having their account permanently deleted. I don't know if there has ever been a subject in any game that I've seen, hell, any non-game that I've seen, that is going to provide so much forum discussion about whether or not this is the right course of action, given that Kabam only let these people in to save their behinds. What do you think about this? I can see this going a number of ways. I can see people saying, the items need to be returned, but how dare you ban the accounts? I can see people say it's about dang time that they're permanently banned. Why didn't you ban the people who bought fraudulent units from like sketchy websites? Why wasn't that a permanent ban? Why wasn't it a permanent ban to pilot for thousands of dollars in cash for Alliance War? Why this double standard? Great question, Prof. Hoff. I'm not sure why I'm referring to myself in the third person as I get ready to end this video, but there are just so many questions, and it's so ironic to me that you see the spirit, the paragraph in the spirit of full transparency, and then the sentence below it says, "Thank you for your attention, summoners. We will not be able to answer many questions on this topic." In the spirit of full transparency, we're going to close our transparency. That's basically what that means. I'm just wrapping my head around this. I don't know if I should say I feel bad for the content creator who's getting a permanent ban, because clearly you know that the Kabam servers have the ability to catch an exploit. And if you do it like once or twice, I guess maybe you can get away with it. But this is the equivalent of the shoplifter not getting lazy and stealing the candy bar, but stealing the flat screen TV because you've done it enough that you just kind of justify the ethical lapse of judgment because you've done it enough to where it's sort of become a normalized behavior, even though that normalized behavior turns into something that gets your account, something that maybe, especially for this content creator, maybe has multiple years and investment. And certainly if you're a content creator, this is also tied to a financial loss for you on YouTube, right? You're going to have to start over a new account from scratch if you want to continue an MCOC account. So there's just so many ramifications about this post, and I would love to hear everyone's thoughts. I sense a fierce debate. I sense an outrage. I also sense maybe some pushback, maybe some defense. I don't know. I can see this going any number of ways, but I want to know what you think about this. Let this YouTube video be one of the forum posts that gets a lively discussion, but be warned, if you are a troll, if you are a douchebag, if you are a tool, I have no problem deleting your comment, because while I very much encourage a lively, constructive debate, I will not handle name-calling or profanity or anything that sometimes the trolls like to crawl out of their dark, underbridge shadows in order to spew. So thanks for watching, and man, what a crazy day this is. First, $100 again for a T2 Alpha, which is just straight trash, and now straight trashing people into permanent bans. What a Friday, YouTube.